Hello, welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Group friends here after this second you see the other recent.
Yep, it's a Sunday show. Uh, yeah. I guess stuff was happening yesterday, so yeah. Gonna be another 2 Sundays after this. And probably. Oh, okay, definitely next Sunday. Might. Okay, it depends on the Komoricon schedule for the following for following Saturday. Still waiting on them to upload the schedule. But yeah. So it's been quite a productive week. Let's see now. Normal work on Wednesday. Thursday was a music program. Friday was the carnivore dinner. Got 2 game streams in on Thursday. One on one yesterday and one today. No, wait. Two Thursday, one Friday. I think I got one on Friday. Two yesterday and one today. Uh, yeah, so got a lot done. I'm actually almost done with Pokemon Red. Just working through the rare mons. And actually, last night's stream, I actually managed to beat the Elite Four and the champions, surprisingly. I was not expecting that. I was like, okay, fight the Elite Four, maybe beat one or two of them, get some experience, you know. Because, like, I'm like 10, 15 in levels under level for the Elite Four. I mean, heck, by the end of the champion fight, all I had left was my level 42 Raichu against his level 60 Blastoise and only 9 health remaining. It's like it came down to the very last everything. But yeah, that was cool. But yeah, like tomorrow I'm okay. Tomorrow I need to record 1 snack video, edit 3 snack videos, try to edit together all the Pokemon vids. And actually, my plan for that is so for each session, there's going to be 2 videos. One, which is just the stream itself, and the other, which is just like the highlights reel. It's like, okay, these are all the Pokemon I captured this episode, and like any meaningful battles. But yeah, uh, other than that, yeah, not much going on. Of course, see, last night was daylight savings time again, or as I call this portion of it, the timey windy rewindy. Uh, yeah. I actually didn't end up going to sleep till like 1:30, part two. That tends to happen when you're reading Reddit. You just lose track of time. But yeah, that went well. Gonna be a busy week next week. It's like I have to work a memorial on Tuesday with like 300 people. And of course, normal workday Wednesday and Thursday. Then convention starts up at on Friday. And it turns out for that convention, I don't actually have a hotel room, but at night I'll be house sitting for my aunt who will be out of town next weekend. So yeah, that's a whole thing, and basically, I can't leave until the person who usually drives me places finishes up her shift at the convention. So yeah, I don't really have a choice of when I get to go or whatever. At least with Komori-con, I'll have, a hotel room. And I might just try using my phone for the Discord. Try that out. Figure for like other video stuff, I can use my tablet. But yeah, that is the week. Yeah, pretty normal. Been doing a lot of home cooking, eggs, sausage, cheese, tortilla. Actually picked up some lettuce earlier today. Had that with my burrito today. Actually, not bad. Figured I should add some greens to my diet. Yeah. Yeah, next stream, like if I do a stream tomorrow, it might be like a minimal talking episode just cuz it's like go here, search for Pokemon, and then spend like the next 10 minutes there because Electabuzz only has a 5% chance of showing up. And I have to get 2 of them. Because don't forget, I think it's what, Gen 4 or so that we get Electivire. So I'll need a Gen 1 Electabuzz to evolve into that as well. Thankfully, blue version should be a lot easier since like I already have like 80 something Pokemon so far, and a lot of the ones I don't have, I just need to evolve what I have. Yeah. Also, I should probably just like start advertising my streams on my Facebook and Twitter. Thought about doing that today, but it's like, it's a kind of a grindy stream, not really a good point to start off. So I figured, hey, once I get the blue version, that's a good hopping on point. And actually, because of some map confusion, I actually so I took an image from the guide booklet for Pokemon Red and Blue. That's like, okay, save the map image. Okay, going through the guide. Okay, this route, draw a line here, and like, okay, this Pokemon appears at this percentage rate in whichever version, or whichever floor, whichever version of wherever I'm gonna try to catch it. Figure it'll be more comprehensive than what I'm currently working with. But yeah, that was my week. And yeah. So, how was your week? How was yesterday, I suppose? I guess you had a thing going on.
Could have sworn you were supposed to be busy yesterday, but
Oh. Uh, no, the conventions are the next 2 weekends. That's fine. Well, chalk it up to communication error and just roll with it. It happens.
must have been a mental mix-up. Anyway, well, as mentioned, my week was pretty busy once I got through the for protection, amongst a few other things. As mentioned, there was a day trip on Monday. That went over pretty surprisingly well. A few sites over that night. A few sites I can't remember the last time I encountered. Like with the funeral stuff. Tuesday part, of course, was working out activities for the night, as well as activities for the nights, which ended with sticking around, certain animal watchings, a few more knockers this year than last year. I even got some costume compliments, so that was a plus.
Cool.
My bad second lens, my franchise, I see their. The coming weeks for next year, no idea, but still managed. Next morning was my booster shot, and then actually my turn of the week on this time. It's closer to preferred. mostly sound. Bit of a back-to-back affair. Bit of a back-to-back affair when it came to yesterday. Don't have a interesting opportunity from one of the few groups I'm still a member of. Shortly afterwards, I had to rush back. Because it was Breeze Cup. The girls gonna come for when we get back. Had to catch the first race in stream, but still managed. I will put more details into sports section later. Been trying to really rear lane when it's part of it. Which brings us to the second part. That's what I thought yesterday would have been. Yesterday would have been a little bit official. I feel like I'm not having the extra pressure when it came to rewinding the clocks. Not to mention the computers obviously have a different point of set.
Right.
Still, that helped. Managed to finish the sheet. Get through the action of the day. Again, I will detail that later.
All right.
Hopefully nothing should be affected too badly from a technical standpoint. Still gonna take a few certain precautions to make sure we can at least get through the night.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, another double video week. Also, one thing to note is that I actually lowered the noise gate on my audio program, so it's not filtering out quite as much of everything, but hopefully I won't kind of be cutting out nearly as much mid-sentence or whatever. So yeah, just a slight change with that I decided, like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, two videos. First up, ponies. Right, so Misty's moving into the Bright House, and like, okay, moving in. Got my own bed and all two of my possessions that I brought up from the old place. This is fine. And of course, because the group doesn't know the meaning of the words personal space, Misty freaks out. And yeah, she runs off, talks to her dad for a bit, then heads back to the Bright House. Like, oh, they're not here anymore. Oh, my bed's gone. Guess they really don't want me here. Oh wait. Oh, my bed's over here. It looks really nice. And has curtains I can surround my bed with to keep ponies out. Huh? I like this. And then the others show up like, hey, room for more? Like, and Misty's like, you know what? Sure, fine. But yeah, it's like, in the other area, it's like, oh yeah, they snore. Izzy just like randomly floats around in her sleep. And of course, as we all know, like, Misty's been cooped up in a tower for who knows how long. So, like, yeah, I can understand, like, still not really being comfortable or being this surrounded by other ponies. But yeah, it was actually a really nice episode. It's like, it shows that, like, they understood that, like, okay, yeah, we may have, it may have been a bit too much to start off with, but like, okay, fine. She's more of a my own bedroom kind of pony. Like, okay, that we can work with that. Like, isn't like the rest of the group just like all bunch their beds into the same area or something? Yeah, yeah, it was really nice. And Misty should feel really glad that Opaline isn't into social media, because like the amount of times she's been on uh, Pip's uh, whatever her social media is. It's like, huh, yeah, good episode. Then back to Owl House, and this one's a bit different. It's kind of an anthology type episode because it's a body swap episode. It's like, oh yeah, you think my life is so easy? You try it out. So yeah, I've got Luz as Ada, King as Luz, and Ida as King, and they each get like their own mini little stories that kind of like I mean, they all link back up together at the end, but until then, they're kind of like, oh, this is what this character has to deal with. This is what this character has to deal with. It's like, oh yeah, Lilith shows up again. Yay! And it's like, Luz tried to tell them, like, yeah, I'm not actually Ida. The whole body swap thing, but it's like, eh. Also, I swear, I think my room has an echo today. Anyway, yeah, classic body swap episode. Because King has to deal with, like, oh, look at the cute little baby. And it's like being looked down upon, both literally and figuratively. Because he's short. Uh, Ida is like, she's like, yeah, she's wanted by the police. And yeah, she kind of has to keep a low profile. Meanwhile, Liz is like, oh, wow, you don't really have a lot of customers. How about this big flashy sign with your name on it? And Liz is just like, oh yeah, dealing with the other kids and stuff. Like, eh, yeah, good episode. They all learned a valuable lesson about what it's like to live as the other, and that they will never speak of the events again. Although the fact that it's like, oh yeah, I know how to solve this. Body swap. Wait, you can do that? Oh yeah. It's like, just, yeah, that's just a thing she can do. Honestly, you would think that that kind of magic would come in handy more often during conflicts. Like, oh no, I'm being overpowered. Body swap. Well, of course, it does have its downsides because, like, Ida is very powerful. Luz still learning magic, so can't really control it all that well. Or alternatively, if you watch anime, it's a Captain Ginyu situation. Yeah, he stole Goku's body, but like, he doesn't know the ins and outs of Goku's power control. Thus ends up weak. Same thing there. Uh, but yeah. Also, the pet shop owners in the Boiling Isles are just psycho. But yeah, again, good episode, and yeah, show's been basically good so far throughout, and yeah. So, what did you think of the episodes? Anything in particular that you noticed that I didn't point out, or something? I don't know. uh,
Catch whatever earlier on to make the catch whatever line that was getting pitch slower, slow down. Kind of thing that comes up in a cartoon. Character just gets nervous. And at this point, I just noticed Misty's friendship bracelets, little charms with friends' cutie marks on it.
yeah.
Nice touch. Another way of looking at the situation would be still trying to come out of her shell, so to speak.
Yeah. Job.
And we're listening to this. And let's credit it to me.
Hmm.
I think we came together in the end, so.
Okay.
Nice one rounded, and we're sitting for Misty.
Okay. Oh wow, rain's coming down hard. Actually, I had my window open because, like, yeah, I was getting warm earlier today, and it's just like, oh geez, like it's supposed to be getting cold by this point of the year. uh,
For me, it's kind of part of my precautions. I've been taking it for a bit. kind of been running earlier. So,
Hmm. Right.
at this point, magic is just so why not a body swap?
Yeah. It's just funny that like she's just so casual about the. Oh, hey, want to swap bodies for the day? Alrighty then. It's like, yeah, this is nothing. Like, hey, he just seems like the type of person who'd be like, "Hey, kid, want to have glowing neon hair for the day? Here you go." Just because it would be kind of amusing. Uh, yeah. Also, apparently, like boots of flight are a thing. So, yeah, good to know. Also, ratworms. Ratworms are a thing that exist. Yep.
Couldn't help but think of turtle ducks when that came up. Again, this is clearly taking lessons from Avatar a bit.
Yeah. Give me a moment. I'm gonna shut my window because the rain's getting kind of loud. Okay, fix that issue. But yeah, the Poison Arrows are no stranger to weird creatures. Like whatever Hootie's supposed to be. Like, part owl, part, I don't know, worm or long cat or something, part house. Yeah, I- yeah, Hootie's just kind of hard to really define. Also, Hootie likes rolling in the mud. Actually, part of the whole body swap thing was like deciding who gets to clean Hootie that day. Of course, King and Ida called nodded at the end, so yeah. But yeah, fun times as usual.
The character there is one interesting person I never thought I would think of again. We love you, Mother, may I?
Yep. Okay.
Sentinels of those teens. Very interesting.
Yep. And it's kind of interesting how like the episode kind of bookended itself. The trouble started with the body swap, and the problems were solved with the body swap.
So much keeps humor, Joe. So much keeps humor, Joe, particularly during King's run for the teens.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was referring to the sister again, and explained a bit more in terms of background for this too.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd question why Lilith didn't realize there was something going on with Ida, finger quotation marks. But then I realized that yeah, Ida's probably done stuff to just screw with Lilith in the past anyway. So yeah.
I do have a little bit surprised that a few of the previous encounters, particularly some of the more recent ones, particularly ones, particularly for this episode, didn't quite didn't quite notice the vocal swaps well.
Yeah. Yeah, like the voices also switch, although I swear at one point uh losing Ida's body, he fell into Ida voice for just a moment. Also, we briefly got to see Ida in a bee outfit. Actually, actually, they were wearing the stuff that they had on when they were in the other body. So I'm thinking it wasn't so much as a body swap as like a body transfiguration into the other body. Otherwise, why else would they have kept like additional clothes and accessories when they swapped back. Because Ida as King had the bee outfit on, but then she changed back and still had the bee outfit on. And that would also explain the voice staying the same, because it's still the same body, just a different form. Although that wouldn't explain the magic power with Luz's Ida. That does poke a hole in that theory. Maybe it just takes whatever was added on after the swap up and then put it on whatever. Something, something, it's magic. We don't have to explain it.
Technically, since control before with a scholastic novels I used to read a lot. Even if that was more science based.
Yeah. Also, Lisa's gotten better at magic. She can make images now. Yeah, just gone from glowing light balls to yeah, highlighting text and pictures. So yeah, mage class level up.
So yeah, and then of course we got a crit system around.
Yep.
Gradient of with still being gray. Returning Vigoraptor as well as Matt Chapman. And new for this episode, the previous Sonic, Roger Craig Smith.
Oh, nice.
Though I kind of wonder if Alex and Aaron had a voice off at some point, as there were times I felt there were times I felt the guards. There were times where I was listening to the guards and I thought, wait, is that Stan?
That's Stan. uh, yeah.
But yeah, once again mixing the humor with some character depth, and humor particularly was well needed, given that humor particularly was well needed in my case, given everything that's been going on as of late. Some details I won't get into.
Yeah. I'm actually just looking through Roger Craig Smith's voice role list on Wikipedia. Out of curiosity, Okay. Wait, wait a minute. What? List of voice performances in theme parks. Role Sonic the Hedgehog. Title Sonic Spinball. Wait, what? They they made a Sonic Spinball ride. Oh, okay. Actually, the ride is Spinball Wizard, put on the song Pinball Wizard, and actually got a Sonic the Hedgehog rebrand as part of a partnership. Okay,
Alton Towers.
yeah. Yeah, I got distracted there. It's like I just wasn't expecting like, oh yeah, there was a Sonic Spinball theme park ride. It's like, wait, what?
I have heard Sonic's appeared there several times in the past, so good to know that's still maintained.
Yeah. Although apparently after 2016, it changed back to the original theme. Okay. Okay. Getting into the news. So yeah, Tom Hanks coming back to voice Woody again for Toy Story 5, aka the series that should have ended after the third film.
Again, I reiterate, at least 4 had a decent, decent hook behind it.
I suppose. Been confirmed that the Marvels will have a record-breaking in runtime of 1 hour 45 minutes, breaking the record previously held by the Incredible Hulk and Thor: The Dark World's joint record of 1 hour 52 minutes as the shortest MCU movie ever made. First trailer for Marvel's Echo has been released. The release is on January 10th on Disney Plus and Hulu. Speaking of which, I believe Disney just finished buying up the remaining shares for Hulu, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Whether they keep it as separate streaming services or merge them together and just raise the price of Disney Plus again. Apparently, there's a possibility of a live-action remake of Ratatouille. We'll see how that goes. Like, eh. I mean, like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, some movies, I'm like fine with the live-action remake, but those tend to be more fantasy-oriented films. And yes, I know Rat Chef is fantasy, but that's like very light fantasy. Like How to Train Your Dragon? Yeah, sure, live action that thing. You know, Beauty and the Beast? Okay, maybe. Lion King. Okay, that wasn't actually live action, but it fell under kind of the same label. Eh. Speaking of How to Train Your Dragon, the remake has been delayed to June 13th, 2025. So, to get the original cast back for the Scott Pilgrim anime, Edgar Wright wrote an email with the subject line, Scott Pilgrim, to be continued? Within a few hours, all the cast replied with a resounding yes. We keep hearing stories about this, but it's like, it's really nice that they're so enthusiastic about working with the project again. Like, you know that, like, when people are that happy to come back to a project and do more of it, that whether or not the end product ended up doing well doesn't matter, because like it means that, like, just the production was like, no one was unhappy working on it. And it's like, sometimes that's better than having like a really successful thing. Not that the Scott Pilgrim movie did bad or anything. I heard it did okay, but yeah.
Also
Got a
has,
new poster for. Oh, go ahead.
also has to depend on actors' feelings with certain roles. As of course, there's been various sto- various stories of comeback performances.
Yeah,
Simmons as Jameson.
yeah,
Christopher Lee's Dracula. And though it hasn't been confirmed yet, White is still open for another tinted spawn, so just name a few.
yeah. Got a new poster for Godzilla Minus One in theaters on December 1st. Okay, Godzilla Minus One equals X, solve for X. Of course, then we need to define, okay, how much is Godzilla? Well, if you can figure out how much Godzilla is, you just have to subtract 1, and we'll get the value of X. Curse this advanced math. Uh, Nicolas Cage says, quote, I didn't get into movies to become a meme. I did it because I was moved by performance more than any other art form. I thought maybe they would compel someone to go back and look at the movies, but I had no control over it. Well, no matter what Nicolas Cage thinks, we all know that he is truly a national treasure. I actually said that as an accidental reference before. This time I did it completely intentionally. uh, Director Sidney Freeland says Echo will have different powers in the series than the comics. Powers in the comics is she can copy anything, any movement, any whatever. It's kind of lame. I will say that is not her power. I mean, it depends on how you write it. Her power is basically mirror match. Like, okay, can you best yourself? At least that's what I can understand. That's what I understand from just reading that one sentence. Or basically, it's the Shadow Link fight from Zelda 2. Or Ocarina of Time, I suppose.
You're not the only one who thought of that.
So to defeat Echo, you just need to back yourself up into a corner, crouch down, and stab at her knees. Uh, those who watched scenes from Echo described the series as similar to a cable drama, similar to I almost said Deadpool, similar to Daredevil, Breaking Bad, and John Wick. The opening scene from the Godzilla spin-off, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, has been released. Charlie Cox's Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin will also be an Echo. The Matthew Perry Foundation has been established to help those dealing with addiction. In the spirit of Matthew Perry's enduring commitment to helping others struggling with the disease of addiction, we embark on a journey to honor his legacy. That's nice. Dune 2 would have been released today if, the whole strike thing wasn't happening. The film will now, theoretically, release on March 15th. Robert Kirkman says, quote, I'm wondering if there will be no memes. What? I'm wondering if there will be no memes from Invincible Season 2 or just as many. I can't conceive of what will be turned into memes, which again just makes me feel super old. Henry Selick says Disney execs were afraid The Nightmare Before Christmas would hurt their brand. Quote, if they had put the Disney name on it right then, it would have been much more successful. Superman and Lois will end with Season 4 on the CW. We finally know Omni-Man's fatality move in Mortal Kombat 1. It's the train scene. The first trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has been released in theaters on May 24th. And I'll just say this now. Any theater release date that I say, just assume that's maybe. It's like in theaters on May 24th. Maybe? Because we still don't know how the strike's gonna end up going, how long it's gonna take. And yeah. A new Prison Break series is in the works at Hulu. It will not follow characters from the original series, but will be set in the same world. Marvel Comics announces Black Widow and Hawkeye, a 4-part limited comic series launching this March from writer Stephanie Phillips and artist Paolo Villanelli. The book marks 60 years since the characters were introduced in the pages of Tales of Suspense. Penguin has been delayed to fall 2024 because you know why. Marvel Comics announces X-Men Forever, a four-part limited series from writer Kieron Gillen and artist Luca Maresca. The book launches this March and is described as a conclusion to Immortal X-Men and a requiem for the X-Men's Krakoan age. I was about to say saga. Like, it feels like half the storylines in Marvel are sagas. The Last of Us Season 2 is looking to begin filming in early 2024. The White Lotus Season 3 will release in 2025. The It prequel series Welcome to Derry will also release in 2025, with House of the Dragon Season 2 premiering in summer 2024. HBO boss Casey Bloys admits and apologizes for using fake accounts to fire back at those who make negative comments about HBO shows. Quote, I was working from home and doing an unhealthy amount of scrolling through Twitter, and I came up with a very dumb idea to vent my frustration. Yeah, Twitter will do that. Yellowstone will end in November 2024. Two new spin-off shows, 1944 and 2024, have been greenlit. David Fincher's new movie, The Killer, releases on Netflix next week. Production workers in Walt Disney Animation have voted to unionize. Good for them. Sean Levy says Deadpool 3 doesn't have a final title yet. Quote, I sometimes refer to it as Deadpool vs. Wolverine, or Deadpool and Wolverine, or Deadpool 3 with Wolvie. We've got a few titles we've been bandying about. Marvel has recently had talks about bringing back the original cast for a new Avengers movie, which would include reviving Iron Man and Black Widow. They haven't committed to this idea yet. On one hand, it's like, please don't. Like, oh, okay, admittedly, Black Widow's death was not exactly handled the best, but Iron Man had the whole self-sacrifice thing, and it neatly wrapped up his character arc. Then again, it is comics, so people not staying dead isn't a new thing. So yeah. Nicolas Cage says he was on the set for The Flash for maybe 3 hours, but he didn't know about the giant spider scene. Quote, it was CGI so they could de-age me and I'm fighting a spider. I didn't do any of that, so I don't know what happened there. Some final visual effects shots for MCU Disney Plus shows such as WandaVision and She-Hulk were inserted after their release. Bill Poehler, Anthony Carrigan, and Richard E. Grant will star in Death of a Unicorn alongside Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. The A24 film follows a father and daughter who accidentally hit and kill a unicorn while en route to a weekend retreat. Scarlett Johansson has taken legal action against an AI image generating app that used AI creations of her likeness and voice in an ad without her permission. Yeah, the whole AI voice thing has kind of been going crazy lately. The first trailer for The Bad Guys, A Very Bad Holiday, has been released. It releases November 30th on Netflix. When the release date. Oh. when the release date for Ant-Man. Oh, go ahead.
Pardon.
Oh.
Pardon.
uh,
That was a yawn.
that's all right. When the release date for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was moved up, VFX artist was squeezed even further, with many having to work 14-hour days and no overtime. Hershala Ali was ready to exit Blade over script issues. Michael Green has been hired to write the script from scratch, with the film now to be made on a budget of less than $100 million. Marvel executives have begun to reconsider focusing on Jonathan Majors Kang for the next saga. They are now discussing backup plans, including pivoting to Doctor Doom. I mean, that's fair. I mean, that would kind of make Phase 4 kind of eh. Or are we in Phase 5 now? I'm not sure. But yeah, that might. To be fair, they're kind of in a lose-lose situation here. Like, if they keep going on with Jonathan Majors, then they have to deal with all that baggage. But if they pivot to Doctor Doom, then they've basically wasted the last couple years on build up to something that's not going to happen anymore.
One, could be a transition period. Two, Fantastic Four is still being tossed about, so
Yeah. A team has managed to get a hold of a prototype of a canceled Daredevil, the Man Without Fear PS2 game. Okay, no, that is cool. That's like formerly lost media. A Nightmare Before Christmas sequel will never happen. Quote, a perfect movie that came out of the perfect time. Why mess with that? That is a fair stance to take. Zack Snyder is a, quote, great fit for a Gears of War movie, says the franchise creator.
and it's in an apparent production photo with eye patch or something. Maybe.
Yeah. The new emotions in Inside Out 2 will reportedly be envy, lust, no, wait, no, hold on. Sorry. I mixed up the script. Those are the homunculi from Fullmetal Alchemist. Okay, envy, ennui, anxiety, and embarrassment. The new direction for Sesame Street will focus on more dynamic and sophisticated stories. Kids love a little bit of peril. They love having emotional stakes. Oh my god, they're not, they're not going to treat children like idiots. It's a miracle. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of seriousness to children's shows. Chad Stahelski says they have the script ready for the Ghost of Tsushima movie, and are very close to getting our shit together on that. Sean Levy says Logan is canon to the story of Deadpool 3. The new teaser for The Marvels includes a tease about the multiverse saga. Quote, "There's a different reality bleeding into ours." Oh, you're just now noticing that. A new Bendy game titled Bendy the Cage is in the works. Wait, Bendy the Cage? Ah, okay. Lawrence Sher says Joker 2 is a pretty risky movie, and it's going to be surprising for people. He adds that the film is in the final stages of post production. Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and David Schwimmer have made a statement on Matthew Perry's tragic passing. Quote, "We're all utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We were family. You might even say we were friends. I'm sorry I had to." uh, anyway, there is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time, we will say more, and when we were able. Now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world. Francis Lawrence says they are now batting around ideas for constantly. Wow, yeah, hmm, batting around ideas for Constantine 2, adding that quote, "It will be very rated R." It Follows 2 is in the works. Micah Monroe will return to star in the sequel titled They Follow. Follows 2 is in the works. I will star in the sequel titled They Wait. That's a different title. The sequel title that is that the sequel to It Follows 2, sequel to It Follows, like a different thing. Like the wording here is kind of confusing. Anyway, Poltergeist TV series is in the works. The first trailer for Blumhouse's Imaginary has been released, where the viewers have to close their eyes and use their imagination to figure out the plot. In theaters on March 8th. The trailer for the remaining episodes of Loki Season 2 has been released. Guillermo del Toro describes his canceled Jabba film as Scarface in the Star Wars universe. Quote, "I just love monsters, and Jabba is basically my same shirt size, and B, I love him, man." Microsoft will stop use of unauthorized third-party accessories on Xbox consoles starting from November 12th. Christopher Nolan says he doesn't like the term biopic as the entirety of a person's life can't accurately be conveyed in a movie. He adds that the term is a reductive view of a human being. Got a first look at Garfield, voiced by Chris Pratt in, well, Garfield, in theaters on May 24th. Edgar Wright's Running Man remake is looking to begin filming next year. Now You See Me 3 is officially moving forward at Lionsgate. Zig and Sharko Season 4 will premiere on November 6th. What's Zig and Sharko? Okay, it's an animated show. Alrighty then. Cuphead Show has been nominated for Best Directing for an Animated Program at the 2023 Children Emmys. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, has been nominated for Best Animated Special. Mr. Krabs, Zuko, Rocksteady, and Iroh are the first DLC characters coming to Nick All-Star Brawl 2 in 2024. Just checking this link. Elements of Harmony necklaces in the Secret of Starlight album art. I guess that's like a new CD that's out, and as like the main group with necklaces on with supposedly Elements of Harmony stuff on it. So now people are trying to work out, oh, what do they mean? Ooh, and Magic the Gathering Arena gets the Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack update. Unfortunately, the physical cards don't ship out till I want to say January or something like that. Hold on. Wizards of the Coast. Okay, Secret Lair pre-order. Oh, it doesn't ship till March. Okay, so MTT Arena gets it early. Oh, it's just card sleeves. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, and a Pinkie Pie icon. Or character avatar. Uh, don't really play Arena that much, but that's so tempting. Anime NYC screens world premieres for High Card Season 2 anime and the English dub for Detective Conan, the Scarlet Bullet film. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, Coleus Dream anime reveals 2 more cast members. Are they anyone that I know of? Nope. And nope.
Do you have anything?
Then again, most of the voice. Huh?
Are they Japanese names?
Yeah. And to be fair, most of the Japanese voice actor names I know of are like from the 90s and early 2000s, so it makes sense that I wouldn't recognize them. Spy Family Code White Films trailer reveals official Ige Dandism's new theme song. Anime Limited will release collector's Blu-rays of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Okay, collector's Blu-rays. What does... Hold on a moment. Allow ads. Okay, what makes it a collector's edition? Yeah, just mean that's like, oh yeah, limited time to get this kind of deal, or like what? I don't know. Dr. Elise Anime unveils character video and theme song artists. Ooh. Okay, medical reincarnation fantasy web novel and vertical scrolling manhwa, which is like manga but like, Korean. Okay, I'm down for a doctor anime. Okay, going to the usual site. Uh, oh yeah, so the final bit of Attack on Titan anime is out, I guess. So yeah, that it is certainly an ending that exists. I don't know what more to say about that. Like how they ended the manga has kind of been memed on already. Got the first trailer for Netflix's Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Slipknot parts way with drummer Jay Weinberg. They give a reason. Okay, original tweet got deleted. Uh, okay, it was a creative decision. Okay. Rage Against the Machine has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'm surprised you missed the fact I included a brief comeback for the Beatles.
Ah, yeah, that. Honestly, I haven't really read up much about that one. I figured it's probably like one of those like, oh yeah, got some unreleased songs and from archive footage or like from the backlogs or whatever, released as a new album or something. Because I know that happens occasionally. Sometimes like, okay, this artist or group that hasn't done anything in a while, like, oh yeah, they have some unused stuff. Let's toss that together.
Suppose there's that, but still, I felt the need to bring that up.
That's fair.
Zip the cards for the Grand Turismo next week update. 7. PS5 Xbox 10 to 1. France, correct latest data. X-Fine, hoping to release within the fiscal year. PlayStations for can't pick up and G5 released.
I have to Google search this. Oh my god. So, Marvel Comics adds a new chapter to the Infinity storyline. Infinity Pause. Yeah, it's a Marvel Pets crossover event. Yeah. Um, that, that's a thing, I guess. Coming spring 2024. Oh, it apparently has Loki Gator in it, so that's cool. Wait. Kabosu, the famous Shiba Inu known online as Doge, has turned 18 and is now immortalized in statue form. Got distracted there for a moment. Washing washing machine's getting a bit noisy. Okay, trying to find any other new stuff for non-gaming. All right, not sure we covered this one on an earlier show. This story came up on October 24th, but yeah, crowdfunding is up for Mystery Science Theater 3000 season 14. Yep. Oops. Fine. Yeah, there. Okay. Right, back to the forum. Um. Ooh, following the Lionsgate split in January, Stars will no longer be available in the UK and Australia. Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12 to premiere February 2024. this is an interesting one. 1960s Doctor Who story The Daleks has been colorized for TV broadcast on 23rd of November to mark Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. Now that is neat. Yep. Switching over to the gaming side of things. World of Warcraft executive producer and vice president on bringing the game to consoles. Quote, of course we're talking about that. We're Microsoft now. I mean, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Switch OLED bundle has been spotted in Walmart. Possibly a Black Friday deal? Maybe. Yeah, that was April. Like, the update wasn't anywhere near this time. Um, yeah. Upcoming James Bond game. Upcoming James Bond game, Project 007, is being described as, quote, the ultimate spycraft fantasy.
Fingers crossed for character customization.
Yep.
I mean, with that kind of pedigree, there has to be.
Yeah, at the very least, letting us choose our version of Bond. Like, do you feel like Sean Connery today? Maybe uh Pierce Brosnan? Now, what's your flavor of Bond for today? Apparently, Stranger Things might be returning to Fortnite and Dead by Daylight. And like trying to look for like new stuff. Like, wasn't BlizzCon supposed to be happening around, or is that early in this year? I thought I saw something about BlizzCon. Con. No wait, next event, November 3rd. Yeah, you should. There should be some Blizzard stuff in here. Uh, eh. Okay, BlizzCon 2023 thread. Okay. No thread marks. Never mind.
Given all the messes for the past few years, I wouldn't be too surprised if
Here we go. World of Warcraft World Soul Saga announced. Basically the 10th, 11th, and 12th expansions. Okay, I guess. I get the feeling that like World of Warcraft like new expansion announcements used to be like, oh yeah, but now it's now all the hype is on Final Fantasy 14.
And for good reasons, I guess.
Yeah,
Given all that's been going on for the past few years.
yeah. I, Blizzard has been blizzarding all over the place, so that makes sense. Last, last time was on the 28th. Just checking in the date of the last podcast. Just like, okay, what news has come out after that? Destiny 2 developer Bungie lays off 8% of workforce. Final Shape and Marathon has been delayed. And apparently, the executives didn't take pay cuts but gave up their bonuses. You know. Okay, apparently, upcoming content for Overwatch 2 in 2024 includes a competitive rework, new competitive game mode Clash, map reworks, 3 new heroes, and supposedly much more. We'll see how much of that actually happens.
And we'll see if it can actually do improvements given what I've heard in return, given what I've heard in terms of
Yeah.
attitudes now starting to soften a bit for a previous to different company, but still.
Yep. And speaking of Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XIV KupoCon fan convention removes Susan Calloway from upcoming show in light of recent events and urges fans to prioritize kindness. If you don't know who Susan Calloway is, she's the vocals for the song Answers, which, if you've seen the end of an era thing for Final Fantasy XIV, you know, the whole moon explodes, dragon comes out, everyone dies thing to, end off 1.0. Yeah, she was a singer for that, and apparently she said some not so nice things. So, oof. Huh. Got a reveal trailer for a Brawlhalla SpongeBob SquarePants crossover. That's different.
until 5 of us, 6 and 10s. Fire finishes until 4 the champions. While chasing Phoenix, playing Claim First Cup.
NASCAR Rivals developer Motorsports Games will be laying off 40% of its staff.
For turn the Mustangs and Tens. Power will be departing with a best finish of second. The back of the good rear 400. Back of Darlington, back of me.
Got an announcement trailer for Sonic Dream Team coming to Apple Arcade December 5th. So, yeah, Apple Arcade, huh? Oh, I won't be playing that.
Could switch maybe performance of the Bruce Cup Dirt Mile. Just. Jones American Fair win a perfect retirement. Good night, look at the Philly Mass Sprint. Master of the Seas, 1 mile. Automatic. The staff. Yesterday at the turf, and whatever we have at the classic.
A.G. Aonuma has been named a Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters in France. Or then yeah. Yeah, cool. He's a knight now. Although apparently it's very common for France to knight non-French people. Like, Shigeru Miyamoto is also a part of the order. Embracer makes layoffs at Neverwinter developer Cryptic Studios.
EA donated by Steam to the Monticello Museum.
Apparently, Sega plans to release its first Super game by the end of March 2026.
Or species for illustration contours serpents including Long Island 35. Asians for this return to the Arcadetica.
Ubisoft will be shutting down online services for the following 10 games on January 25th, 2024. Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Heroes of Might and Magic 6, NCSI, Splinter Cell Conviction, Ruse, and Trials Evolution. Disney Dreamlight Valley announces Jack Skellington, multiplayer feature, first paid expansion, and more coming to the game.
Suddenly I'm wondering when Square or Disney Interactive or something is going to come up with their own version of Smash Brothers.
Maybe. Konami's latest earnings results mention Silent Hill, quote, remakes. So, possible future stuff, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's Konami. Who can really tell with them? Shenmue creator has considered Yakuza 0 style prequel to continue series. Dude, you had a whole Kickstarter to continue your series, and you basically made it a filler episode.
Separate for me listing.
Apparently, Down the Rabbit Hole did a 6-hour documentary on EVE Online. A watch later. Maybe something to put on in the background. Ooh, Jack 2 unofficial PC port is now available, or at least the beta version. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the decompiling of games is actually an interesting thing. Like, so many old games just take the code apart, rebuild it to run on PC, and yeah. Gears of War creator Cliff Bleszinski says the series needs a God of War style reboot.
Fit Rider integrations will require Brick and Mountain.
Nintendo offers senior citizens Switch games in senior centers in Japan. That's cool. Dragon Ball The Breakers is getting crossplay for its 1 year anniversary.
About to choose by Cascade. Provide bricks, couplers for 16 for the NCT cards. Total traffic and service. Let's see Toast Remembrance Day services, specials, and New Year services. Outside of this Mr. Built cards. So now it's 7 Dokar, your service, Somerville Steam. Here's Central Electric's finally made towards Stanbury. $13.52 coming to Essex. Steam train. Freight is going to take 4 cars. 2024 tour, which includes finally coming to Oregon. St. Clair's State in GW, Cape Breton, Central Nova Scotia. Trying to how to compare different colors on restoration. First, Alex Drive, Battery Loco, up that Quarry Hill. Virginia Road Express, 69 Saturday service. Guess what? Railway, 2023, first return, but January 2nd. Steam round trip for the Morale International Garden Festival. And our condolences for the big projects of Potty Gulch, Return Robbery, GX Rocket Ride, Late British Good Scratch, Peter White, Flubber, NYPD Blue, X-Files, Steve Signs, Provide Alice. And so, Secrets, again, to be going details to later. Thankfully things improved as time went by, so hopefully we won't run into any early concerns again.
Yep.
So I better just move the whole convention thing, so I'll make sure the next 2 weeks are properly set.
Yep.
Until those times, stay safe, stay well, good mix, just sit, pray, and hopefully we will see you next week.